In George R. Martin's universe, the names of places have meaning. They're not just plucked from somewhere because they sound like fantasy names. They nod to something. Old Town, so named as it is believed to be the oldest settlement in Westeros. King's Landing, so named because it's the place the king landed. The name Winterfell has long been assumed to have special significance, especially due to its association with the Starks. But there are other locations that contain the same theme in their name, and just so happen to feature characters that have been central to the story. I believe these locations are tied to the Long Night and the coming Long Night. Evenfall Hall, the seat of House Tarth. Before the night, the evening falls. House Tarth is an ancient house that uses celestial symbolism on their crest. They also have an odd tradition where the head of their house is called the Even Star, something that goes back to the Dawn days. Brienne hails from Tarth, a character that appears to be central to the story. She also has Dunk the Tall as an ancestor, and in Dunk and Egg, Dunk wonders why he's kept around, if he's kept around for some great purpose. Perhaps that is Brienne, possibly saving Rhaegar at Summerhall as well, which would lead to Jon. What is more, in the context of the Long Night, before night there is the evening. The Long Night is associated with the others. Something that also is associated with others is blue. Tarth is a sapphire isle set in the Sapphire Sea. Starfall, the seat of House Dane. They are repeatedly mentioned in the books with great reverence. Arthur Dane and his sister clearly played important roles in recent history that involved some of the main characters, and new characters that seem to be set up to play important roles are also of this house. Like Tarth, they also have a unique title for members, or at least one member of their house. Again, something that descends from the Dawn Age, the Sword of the Morning. In the context of the Long Night, where the evening precedes the night, the morning ends it. Dawn, it is the morning, and dawn brings the light. The Sword of the Morning and dawn is therefore Lightbringer. So let's recap. That's 3 places that feature a name that indicates a major event occurring. 2 of those places have names associated with the start and ending of a night. Both are ancient and have an ancient title for a member of their household. Both have associations beyond their name alone with features of the Long Night, i.e. Tarth being sapphire, while Starfall has Lightbringer. Obviously there's a slight difference between these 2 locations and the other major one, Winterfell. However, I believe the explanation for the differences in the name is not that a specific event occurred there, but that the difference is due to the Andal invasions. Starfall and Evenfall both had great influence from the Andals, while Winterfell remains untouched. It remained the First Men. Perhaps the original name of both were Evenfell and Starfell, or that would have been the old First Men translation. The place where evening fell and the place where the star fell. Perhaps you're not really convinced or think this is a little bit of a coincidence, but let's look at a couple of other things. On Tarth there is an ancient ruin with the name Morn, Morne, said to have been the seat of Sir Galladon, who was remembered as the perfect knight. His valour was so great that the maiden fell in love with him and gave him a magic sword that was so powerful he not once used it against mortal men because he deemed it unfair. Pulling in the theme of naming, Morn bears more than a passing similarity to morn, as in morning. Then consider that the sword in the story, the just made, could not be stopped by shield or sword. The sword Dawn is said to be thousands of years old and gives the bearer an advantage over others. Dawn, wielded by the Sword of the Morning, the ruins of Morn. That's not all. The maiden in the story is meant to be the Maiden of the Seven. She's associated with another tale. In the law, the maid brings forth a wife for Hugo of the Hill. She has eyes like deep blue pools. Blue is associated with the eyes of White and the others. In the story of the Night's King, his wife had eyes like blue stars. The wife is also described as supple as a willow. In the book, a willow repeatedly associated with death. In the Riverlands, willows are abundant, and the Riverlands are known for being a battleground for millennia. There is mention of people buried beneath willows in Arya's chapters. The hound is left for dead under the willows. Ares' oak heart is cut down beneath a willow tree. Brienne finds people hanged in willows, admittedly with other trees, and she herself is nearly hung from one. So there is reference to blue eyes and a feature associated with death throughout the story. So I believe that Starfall, Evenfall and Winterfell all play central roles in the Long Night and the Long Night to come, through Brienne, through Darkstar and through Jon. And Jon obviously being